Man, oh man. It's very sad. Can't believe it. DMX, rapper and actor, dies at 50. DMX, rapper known as much for his troubles as his music, has died. His family announced in a statement he was 50. We are deeply saddened to announce today that our loved one DMX, birth name of Earl Simmons, passed away at 50 years old at White Plains Hospital with his family by his side after being placed on life support for the past few days. Family statement read in part. Earl was a warrior who fought to the very end. The film continued. He loved his family with all of his heart, and we cherish the times we spent with him. The artist had been hospitalized since last week when he suffered a heart attack at his home in New York, according to his longtime attorney, Murray Richmond. Artists, athletes, and other celebrities paid tribute to him on social media Friday. Chris Redd said, "My childhood and love for music would not have been the same without this man. DMX was easily my favorite artist growing up. I had every album, every Rough Rider song, followed any artist he endorsed, man. R.I.P. the dog, there will never be another like him." Jamal Crawford. Academics, man. You know, I kind of saw this coming when it happened last week. I kept saying, pray for the dog, hope he makes it through. But I always knew that this is just sad, man. Sad. It's funny. It's funny. All week I'd been debating, I'd been listening to DMX music, just thinking he'd make it through it. Now that he's gone, I can't listen to it the same, man. My childhood and love for music would not have been the same without this man. Darkman X began rapping in the early 1990s and released his debut album, Dark and Hell's Hot, 1998. You know what's unfortunate? Now people are going to start calling him the GOAT and saying he's underrated now that he's gone. His hit with the deaths of fellow rappers Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac Shakur before he burst on the scene, DMX became one of the reigning stars of hardcore hip-hop and was the premier artist signed to the Rough House Records label. His single Rough Riders Anthem helped to seal his critical commercial success. The rapper released several albums over the years, including one of his most commercially successful, and then there was X, that was released in 1999 and was nominated for a Grammy in his Best Rap Album category. It was one of 3 Grammys nominations for the rapper. He sold millions of albums boosted by hits like Get At Me Dog in 1998, Party Up in 1999, X Gonna Give It To You in 2003. He parlayed his growing fame to an acting career, appearing in multiple films including Romeo Must Die and Cradle to the Grave. His professional achievements were often overshadowed by his issues with substance abuse and run-ins with the law. He pleaded guilty to tax fraud in 2017 and was sentenced to 1 year in prison. In 2019, DMX canceled a planned concert tour to seek treatment for addiction, said at the time that he was putting family and sobriety first. Yeah, a lot of good that did, unfortunately. The same year he talked to GQ about his struggles. Yeah, I saw that. I just didn't have a purpose, he said, and I don't even know that purpose because God has given me that purpose since before I was in the womb, so I'm not going to fulfill that purpose. So I'm going to fulfill that purpose, I'm sorry. Whether I want to or not, whether I know it or not, because the story has already been written. If you appreciate the good, then you have to accept the bad. More recently, DMX thrilled fans last year when he appeared in a versus battle with fellow artist Snoop Dogg. Man. As I said, man, my second video was the greatest of all time DMX, and I stated my reasons. His peak was like any other peak in hip-hop history. Only few can rival it, 98 to 03, 5 albums, all commercially successful, all critically acclaimed. Classic songs that are classic songs. Romeo Must Die, Belly, Cradle to the Grave, classic movies. We ain't seen nothing like him before, and we ain't seen nothing like him since. And I remember watching that whole Rough Riders Chronicle shit last year. And now I watched the versus battle now, a year later. I did a video called Pray for the Dog, man. They say all dogs go to heaven. It's just unfortunate. Rest in peace, DMX. His family, his friends, his kids. I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm sorry, I don't know what to say. I'll pray for you guys. Rest in peace, DMX.